Morning, how are we? It's not morning with me, it's always evening. Just by the Seasons. That'll give you a couple of seconds to guess what I'm about to say. I'm sure some of you might be able to, a bit of Darren Brown here. No, apparently they play Vivaldi in there. So a bit of a good titter for you. Yeah, play Vivaldi. I think you'll get it. Google it if you're not sure. And on that note, we'll see you on Park. Just thought I'd do that one for you. Just had a self-made bacon sandwich for breakfast. So on that note, see you in a bit. Ta-ra! Good morning, evening, how are we? Start of the vlog, start of day two, but well, day two for me, but just day one for you guys, right? So, go up to Helix and have a look. So, hope you enjoyed the travel vlog. You get your escalator cred. This one of them keeps stopping for some reason, so hope you're all enjoying them. So, ride along with me on the escalator. Nothing really much to say really. So get up there, just you get all the history of Liseberg on here, look. So I'll let me show you that. There you go, history of Liseberg. Got in by the way, so it's not updated, but yeah, they sorted it all, so we're fine. So I didn't think I'd be able to get in until 6, you see. So I thought I was going to stop then. The problem is that all the kids press the e-stops, you see, all the time. So it's not good. But yeah, got to try and keep the waffle. I'm going to launch this in here as well. So if you look in the description, right, if you don't like any waffle, coming to the end of Travelator. Oh my God, steady on. Yeah, so if you don't like waffle for myself or in any other vlog, oh, missed that, I'm going to do a waffle warning for you. So if you check the description, it will say this video contains a waffle warning, and yeah, so if you don't like just talking, then it might not be for you, but you never know, some people might find it interesting. So we'll go up and have a look, see how big the queue is, and then I've done it virtually. I'll have to explain the virtual queue at some point, because that will be a bit of a waffle, but I can't show you the screen and record, so yeah, I'll have to go through it with you. Is that one mini stopped? No, that one's running, so we're alright, all four were working. So, well, we're to the top, and I'll get you a bit of footage up here of atmosphere and the Helix. Trot. Evening, right, I'll do a quick brief virtual queue rundown, and I mean I keep it brief as much as I can in front of this telly, right? So you got this telly, so that's your number. It tells you on the QR code. So first thing, download the Liseberg app. Done that, right? Don't need to log in or anything. And then you just click the button where it says view queues and virtual queue. They'll come up there. You press the button. And then just allow access to your GPS, and then otherwise it won't work. You've got to be here to do it. Select how many, and then it comes up with the time, and then you say put me in the queue. You get a QR code, job done, and you wait for the group. I think they're every 3 minutes. Get you that. Get you that, there you go, look. So they're every 3 minutes as far as it, well, they were yesterday. So that's gone to 4 now, but each different one is like 3 minutes. So, so yeah, and then you can't go earlier, but you can go later. I'd say a good 15 minutes and it's all right. But now you've just got people waiting for it. But what I will say is if you've got one for a really long time, it might be worth you cancelling it and starting again. But yeah, all the fast track, you know, queues that were fast pass, they are now the virtual queue line that were there. So and that's basically it. And then once you've got that, 15 minutes before it tells you to scan a QR code on these signs, but that's gone. You just scan it at the turnstile or when you enter the ride. They've got a little gun. As soon as they scan that on the gun, within seconds it says, enjoy the ride, and you can have another one. So that's what you do. Before you get on the ride, get in another queue, and then you're ready for the next one. You get a notification, enable your notifications, because you get one at 15 minutes and then one at the time. So I'll just get you this in this screen, evening. There you go, here's the nasty screen update. So that somebody's gone, right, what shall we do to cover the code up? And just put the hexagons over there, look. How boring. But prefer the game. But it'd be interesting to see if they ever bring that back. If they obviously scrap the virtual queue. So I think whoever's done the virtual queue seems to have done this, you know, linked the system. Very similar, because it's like, it's got an app, because you had an app, and you just put your name in for the game, and then it's like per device, it knows the code, and the same with this, like, virtual queuing system. Very clever how they've done it, all in-house. They've got the tellies on there, so that's your little new animation at the bottom, and that's all it does. Shame, but at least they've had to update it to hide the code, but you can't log on anyway. If you download the app, it doesn't load. The subdomain helixgame.liseberg.se doesn't work, so yeah, they've deleted the DNS or something. So on that note, yeah, and that's how you do virtual queue. Once you've scanned it, get in another line. Atmosphere VR is only virtual queue, so you've got to do that. So get that done as soon as you can, because if that goes, you can't go on it at all. Optional headset. You know, totally optional, you don't have to have one. But I thought it was very good, to be fair. I've already done it, but I'll go on it again. And yeah, I thought it was a bit strange, but you know, they've done quite well with it. So on that note, we'll get on Helix, and we won't see you on the next level because there's no game anymore. Oh well, what a shame. See you in a bit. Ta-ra! The ride's still running okay. Ta-ra! Evening, just done Helix, coming back down the escalator. So done Helix, but what I will say is, yes, the game's gone, right, but I think that's a small price to pay to be able to virtual queue most of the park, because obviously if you've got a really late slot, then you just don't get that one, and then you get one that's a bit closer, and through the day you don't queue. So I know you have to queue for some, but I think it works quite well. So we'll test it out. But I think that's a small price to pay, you know, for the game that's been, you know, about 5 years old, I think now. But obviously, if they do scrap virtual queue, it may come back. So hopefully, with new games within it. So you know, that could be another feature. Level 2, and they could bring it all back. But yeah, I think because of this virtual queue and COVID, that's why they have done that, to stop people being in confined spaces all the time. So I'm in the queue for Valkyria now, so that's only like a 20-minute wait, but it's about a 15-minute walk. By the time I get over there, it'll be time to get on, and then there's no wait when you're there. You know, and it's a free service. You don't have to pay. It's not fast track. You know, everybody waits their time. So, on that note, we'll see you over at Valkyria. Ta-ra! Yeah, don't forget my new warning. Waffle warning. There's no waffle in this one, right? So, it's just waffles. This is fine, this vlog. So, there were no waffle warning in this one, but I'm in a shop that sells waffles. So, not to confuse you or anything, but you can buy waffles in there. So, but there's no waffle at all. So on that note, like I say, I'm off to Liseberg. I'm already here. Off to Valkyria now because there's 15 minutes to go, and then I can get on. Oh, got to do the scare maze, haven't I? Go Hotel Gaston. That's on the virtual queue as well. Ta-ra! Evening, just by low key. There you go. These are awful to take pictures of or film. So you you can't get to them if they're not working. If they're not spinning, you can't, you know, swinging, you can't do it. If you spin, it cost you another £15. But yeah, oh, that was good timing, wasn't it? There you go. To get you this shot here, look. So I've got the low key, I've got the secret. You know, I can't be telling you too much about this because it won't be low key then, will it? So yeah, get you this. Absolutely stunning of a ride. There you go. Oh, that's a bit better. Yeah, stunner. Obviously, this is the bigger version than Maelstrom. This is, but it's just a beauty. Can I get the other swing as well? There you go. There you go. Woo! Look at that. Look at that beauty. No, you can't because there's a shed in the way. There you go, another swing. Just the right speed as well, the right length of... Evening. And it goes back in the bit behind there again. We'll get it coming back. There you go. And then that's Loki for you. There you go, look at that. Another one that never fails to deliver. Apart from when it's really hot. It was really hot last time and it failed, but I think it was the floor's fault, but it's not the ride's fault. So you know, so that's not the ride's fault if the floor don't work, isn't it? But it's not too, it's quite nice. I might have to go back to the hotel, get rid of this super dry coat because it's not that cold, and go back to my hoodie. But it will get, and then I'll have to go back to the hotel again and get that at night because it will get cold again. That's Loki for you. Absolute beauty. Evening. Just done Valkyria. And I was just thinking, you know, if you obviously go back through the archives, not too many years, but before they obviously had Valkyria and Loki, this was just Balder and Spin Rock, which was an old hat. I don't even know what make it was. Similar to that, but inside, not a KMG afterburner. It was a weird make, but it's very similar, but you sat on the inside. So what they did, changed it to that, you know, I think because it just proves that you can update something. There it is. You can update something that was already existing and it works, you know. But I just don't get why because what I want to see or would like to see, evening, is when Blade actually goes, you could fit a Loki in that, couldn't you? Quite easily, and then theme it to obviously the area. It's not hard. And then it's not like there's no capacity because at 40 riders a time. You know, so I just hope that one of these parks do. I mean, I can't see why not, but you know, there's 3 to choose from, isn't there? Well, yeah, Thorpe Park could get one. Well, Towers are more likely, and Pleasure Beach could do if Ice Blast went. I don't know whether they got room, but no. There you go, evening. Right, but no, I think it would be nice to see. But yeah, lovely if Drayson got one, but it's not going to happen, is it? But you know, but you never know what the future brings. So they're just so popular, and you know, and Drake Man approves. Yeah, it's getting quite warm, so I'm going to do the Hotel Gaston now on the fast track on the virtual queue, and then get this coat off, get back in the hotel, and I'll come back on park, have a bit to eat, and carry on. Or I might actually just manage, to be fair, because I bet it won't be long and it'll be cold again, won't it? But we'll see. Right, on that note, ta-ra! Hashtag Loki. Just had some food in the beer garden, well, inside the beer garden, but if that's a term. So while I was doing that, it was an hour queue virtually for Loki. Here it is, evening. So I'm going on, and I haven't got to, I'm had to queue in all that, which is now 40 to 50 minutes. So it certainly works if done right, and it's free. This virtual queue, there you go. Let's get there. There you go. Brilliant. So yeah, I've had me. I had kids' meal as usual. Well, it was the only thing on the menu, but I like me sausage and chips here. It's lovely. But they're bulldozed that thing, because I didn't know the hotels go in at the back here. They're bulldozed that little bit. So right opposite, but any further than the disco, it's been bulldozed, and because they used to do all sorts, hot dogs. And so I used to get 2 grilled sausages and some chips, but then it's gone. So it just shows, and Korsvarden, you know, where 24/7 is, where you get off the coach, that's all been changed as well. So it just shows 2 years and you've not been, and it's quite changed. But yeah, would have probably come both years, to be fair. If COVID hadn't happened, there would have no reason not to come back. So just loading up. It'll be probably time to go in. I don't know how these, you know, I've never been refused yet. But because if you push it, you may as well just cancel it and find another ride that's quite quick. So yeah, rather than push it, you know, just do it again. Find another ride. So on that note, we'll crack on. We'll pop on Loki. So as soon as you get it scanned by the operator, by the host, it'll come up, enjoy your ride, and then you can get another one then. So I've just got another one, and it's 5:20. So it is only 20 to 3 now, 25 to 3. But they come and go, so it's a gamble whether you cancel that one and then do it again, or who knows. So I've got one anyway, but I've checked them all and they're all about the same time, so yeah. Right, on that note, let's pop on. Evening, just doing atmosphere VR. Very surreal experience, but I'll tell you a bit more about it in the exit queue line when we get off, when I get off. So should be quite good. yeah, Atmosphere VR. Just a major pointer, right? If you're doing this, Atmosphere VR, do not, if you do it, obviously you need virtual queue regardless, do not get into another queue until you've been scanned down here. So just because you're through the entrance, do not come out the queue until you've gone through the turnstile, because people are, and then I think they're letting them through, but I'm just a bit of a warning for you. So, because it's manual at the top, you've just got a mobile phone checking the time. Yeah, so don't leave the queue, your virtual queue, until you've got through and he's scanned it. Because at that point, then it'll reset and you get back in. Because they sometimes might not let you through. So there's your warning, because you can't do any other queue on this one. Drop. Evening, just come off Atmosphere, just Atmosphere on its own. VR wasn't available. I've got my e-stop here, look, boom, off, gone. And also, so we did actually have, well, I actually had a little bit of a issue. It went up slightly, well, it came down to grab it, didn't do anything, and then it went up slightly, and then you had to drop it. But just to let you know, I've run out of paper cups. I've got no paper cups, but I've got only one option, to close. Boom, closed. Evening, hello. Not spoke to you for a while. Well, not in this I haven't, but in my time I haven't, so let's get out of the thingy. Right, so basically I've been doing a bit of virtual queue jumping. So basically I've worked out when it releases the tickets, kind of thing. It doesn't always work, there's a bit of skill to it. But, you know, if you've got a bit of patience, you can play about with it. Valkyria there in the background. Yeah, a bit of skill to it, and if you play about with it, it'll give you a time, like 2 hours in advance, and then you keep doing it, and then eventually there's a slot free straight away. So, yeah, it's worth persevering, you know, so that's what I've been doing. So, I'm a bit dull. Something it does play about with is your brightness. The app, you know when it auto brightness is, so you can scan a QR code, it just messes it up. So if you've got auto brightness and you use it, make sure you reset it once you finish playing about with the app and you go back to the UK. Because Tesco do that a lot, and get your Valkyria in the background. But yeah, well, any app, I think, for some reason, if the app knows that you need to, if that tells it to put your brightness up, for some reason it never goes back down properly. So get your Valkyria, there it is. So yeah, so I've just been chilling out, trying to get one of these codes. Well, codes. You know, a queue, place in the queue. Took me a while this time, but it's worked about 4 times. There you go. There you go. There you go. Bit of Valkyria for you. There you go, and down in the background. Yeah, so it worked about 4 times. It's like, it gives you a stupid 2-hour queue, and then you just come out of it. Well, you don't even accept it. Just says, I don't want that, and then you just do it, and eventually you'll get one. But obviously 6 o'clock they let more in. So so I've just done Loki about 3-4 times. So I'm going to do that now, and then but obviously to do that, ideally you need to be near the location of the ride, so you can, if you do get one straight away, you can get on. But I think that I've not been turfed away yet, but I think you've got about 20 minutes after, because obviously if you go in bang on, you're obviously going to be late, because you've got a couple of ride cycles, and I've done that with Loki and they're fine with it. You know, I don't think they want you early, but you're late's reasonably alright, but you need to be bang on if you can. Right, on that note, go back on Loki. We'll see you in a bit. Try. Evening. Just been to Max and had some chips and some mozzarella sticks. Here's Mechanica, closed. So I don't think these type of rides fare very well. I mean, this has not been very well since it was first put in, because there was footing problems from almost day one and all sorts. It's even got test dummies in it, so no, not getting on that this trip. So that's Mechanica for you. Don't think Bling was any good anyway, was it? Oh, excuse me, got another frog in my throat. That's just because I've just had some Coke. Bit windy pops. Yeah, Bling, it was all... I don't think that was closed too much, but I don't know what these type of rides. I don't think they're much cop, you know, but they're not very nice to ride, are they, either? They don't do much. Oh, a bit more windy pops. There you go, there's your dreaded closed all day sign. Boom, closed off. Not opening today. But I think everything else is open other than Boulder. I think there's major issues with that, isn't there? And they've just not managed to do it over the winter. Major something with the drop or something, I don't know. But I thought they did a lot of maintenance on that on Boulder and keep it going. But if they did, you think they would have noticed that before they needed the major maintenance. So yeah. Right, so like I think I've told you on the last clip that I've just been doing a bit of virtual queue jumping, and I've done about 4 Lokies and a Helix. So now I'm going to go back up to Helix and get some night rides, or late as I can rides. It's nearly as cold as the UK at the minute. It's bloody freezing, I tell you. Yeah, it's like winter over in the UK. Not that quite that cold, but you know. So yeah, I have to watch all the little kids. So yeah, so I'm off up to Helix, but because it's busy, all the virtual queues are closed. You see, because of that, they're at capacity. You see, is one going up? Do you want to see that one? It is. It is there. Look at that. There you go. You see it. Good timing for you. Whee! There you go. That's Valkyria. Still prefer Oblivion, to be fair. You know, it's just got its charm. You know, I think you get used to what you started with. That's like too smooth to be a dive coaster in my opinion, but you know, yeah, obviously it looks nice. Weather, you know, the sky is deceiving, but it's basically what we've had in the UK recently. Nice sunny skies, but damn awful cold wind, so it's not really been thingy. But as far as I've seen on theme park posts, that you're having quite good weather, whereas here, when I come away, we have good weather there, and then it's nice here, but it's just cold. But I think that's how it is, isn't it, over here? So I'm going to head up to Helix, see what we can do on that one. Right, I've been blabbing on because I don't want this one to be a waffle warning. So yeah. And I need to do a vlog from Towers as well, but that's definitely going to be a waffle warning, because I don't know what to say, to be fair. So, certain rides, certain parks, I'm not sure, you see, about. But Orlando, I just seem to, you know bits that I can talk about the rides, whereas on Towers, I don't really know. You know, just here's Nemesis, here's Oblivion, here's Hex, it's shut, boom, closed. That's about it. Right, on that note, try. There's some dodgems. Boom. No. Try. Evening, I'm back again, just by Helix. Just something I wanted to mention. I don't know whether it's had new wheel assemblies, because at one point It's hard to explain really. So one year when I was here, right, when the train was, or you know, when there was pressure on the wheels, you know, the forces were actually on the track, not negative G-force. It was like vibrating, you know, when the wheels were on the track. So it didn't do that initially, but then it had like a year of that, so it was riding a bit iffy, so to speak. But that seems to have gone. I know it was only one season jobby, but it just seems as if they've done a bit of maintenance on it but it has been a good 2 years since. I think we've all been, to be fair, because we've not been allowed. Like I say, 2020 they were shut, so that's a year of maintenance on this. So, you know, saved because of it not going around. I suppose they have to do a little bit, but not as much as it would do in a normal season. And then 2021 they were open, but I think we were banned. I think it was open, but we weren't allowed in. So as far as I'm aware anyway, but it's only just that we're allowed to come in without any paperwork. They don't need to show anything. So yeah, you know, I don't think you're going to get one moving. You might get one moving, but I've already put a clip in either side of this, or one of the sides. There's a couple of, there you go, evening. Oh yeah, also it's been on 3 trains the whole, you know, yesterday and today. So it's been on that, so that's not bad, you know. If it's always on 3, you can't knock it, can you? There we go. Where's it coming in? Another one coming in. But it's been quite busy, to be fair. The queues, well, have been minimal because I've not really queued much, because you've got this virtual queue, you see. If you take use of that, I like this click. Motor's off. Yeah, you've got you know, use of the queue, the virtual queue, and as long as it's not full, you can always get on it without minimal queue. With minimal queue. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. So yeah, good. Really well done that they did that. Shame I missed it the first year. I would have loved to see it when it was new. It didn't come out until it was at least a year old. You know, but no, it just does the job. You know, another longish, you know, long ride. And yeah, and in the queue line, well, get you coming down as well. In the queue, yeah, the majority of the TVs are turned off now because there's no real need to have them on because of the game to show you the code. So no need for them to be on. But the odd few tellies that are on, they have updated. There's extra queue line, so it's not needed that. So as much as it's busy, I suppose the virtual queue separates it, so it's not literally everyone piling in. So it ain't too bad, you know, because you've got some people that will use your phone, and then you've got some people that won't and always queue. But I'll get you coming down here. Getting you down here, look at that. You know, straight in. That was a hidden one, I think, on the plans. It wasn't down here, the first inversion thing. Wasn't even on the plans. So I could be waffling on this now till we get a dispatch. So yeah, it's just a nice coaster, really. Does the job. Obviously, well, there you go. That's not quite nice with the sun setting. So I don't know whether to queue it or not. I don't think I'll get a virtual queue because there's not been one for a while. But you've got to be on the ball when it's closed. So leave it like, oh, here you go. There's the gates. Should be the gates, I think. Imminent dispatch, and then I'll let you go. No, maybe not. So yeah, there you go. Evening. Helix at Liseberg. See you in a bit. Ta-ra. Evening, it's 9:30, that's it, boom, close, get that door shut for 10 o'clock, get the door shut, 9:30, half an hour before, it probably is about half hour queue to be fair, so yeah, really early tonight. So for saying we've lost the Helix app and the game, you've now got the Liseberg app with the virtual queue, which still takes your battery life. So just remember, you need to keep your low power mode on all day, because if you've got a 10-hour day, 11:11 or whatever it is, it's a long time to go charging your phone, or without charging your phone. If you've got a power pack, then that'll be great. You can charge it, but there's minimal facilities to do it. But do it earlier rather than later on that one. But yeah, you still got an issue with keeping your phone alive until the close at the park. Depends how much you're playing about with the app and doing your virtual queue. Not doing the virtual queue, you'll be fine. Nothing to use your phone for other than your social media and etc. So yeah, that's nearly the end of this one for you. Don't know what the next one will be, but we'll find out when we do that one. Other than that, it's nearly the end, but I'll do a little bit at the end at the actual part, and that'll be the end of this vlog. And I've got to edit it for you, all bits and bobs. So we'll see what this one's going to be, a bit of a mishmash for me. So we'll see what we've got. And the sun's setting on there. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. But yeah, keep your battery fully charged as much as you can. Ta-ra! And that's it. The end of Saturday here at Liseberg. It's about 10:10 now. So yeah, they closed it bang on 9:30, and they weren't far off. Bang on 10 o'clock, and it was like last train, so they know what they're doing. Yeah, so on that note, from Liseberg, catch you in a bit. Don't know when I'll next do one. You might not get anything for now till September, but you might get the odd one. So stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter, Dean8001, from the main content of what I do. You know, little things on there on Twitter, Dean8001. You never know, you might get some soon. You got a sub, and you'll find out. Sure.